Ladies and gentlemen, G's and gents, hoochies and housewives, you are now listening to your new favorite podcast. We are so gracious that you decided to join us. You could have been listening to anything else in the world, but you decided to listen to us, and we are grateful for that. I'm your host for today, Big G, but that's not important. What is important are the topics and issues that we're going to discuss on this podcast, and the individuals who are going to join us to break down some of their important issues and the things that they've been dealing with lately. Today we have the incredible, the incomparable, my main man, DUBMuzik. What's going on, Dub?
What's going on with you, baby? You
Ain't nothing much, man. Just trying to stay healthy in these crazy times. Before we get into all this, man, I gotta ask, how you doing in terms of the health, the family, dealing with this pandemic? I see you got the table full of your Clorox and everything. How's everything going and how's the health of the family?
Oh, man, the health of the family is good. During this pandemic, man, it's been crazy, so I've been having to be extra careful, man. So
yes,
definitely. I have to do a daily sanitizing of the studio, spraying the booth down, cleaning the boards down, making sure everybody good. I can't have nobody you
don't want no liabilities.
On my watch. So,
exactly. No, that's good to hear. Okay. Yeah, so we're here right now in Dub Studio, so this is where a lot of the magic happens. So we're going to get into some different topics. I want to break down some of your production style, some of your catalog. But first, I need to know a little bit more about you specifically. In terms of your origins and what got you into making music.
Oh, man, my origin and what got me into making music. I've been doing music for a while. I got into music probably around, third grade.
Oh, wow.
Real early. My best friend kind of like was one of the main rappers in the group that we had back at that time. And as we grew, I got a little bit more deeper. I wanted to get more into the production side of it. So, I had an uncle that invested into me, give me my first mic, my first
dope.
turntable, my first crate of albums, my first keyboard. So that's what really got me going. Spent a lot of time in the attic, perfecting the craft. By the time I was, 16, 17, I was going crazy on the beat. So ever since then, that's all I wanted to do was music.
And you said, what drew you to the production side of things?
The production side of it was more of my rap partner. My rap partner was dope. He was doper than me. He had bars.
Right.
So I was like, I couldn't top the bars. But I said, I got to be unique. So I got to do something that's going to make me look good in this group. So,
okay. So you EPMD'd it.
I flipped over and said, I'm about to get
on Yeah. I ain't mad at that. No, that's dope. And you are originally from Detroit, correct?
Born and raised.
What area are you from?
I'm a mutt, man. I'm from everywhere. I'm born on the east, raised on the west, moved to the birds, then back to the hood.
Got you. Okay. And a lot of times those different places that you're from play a part in your influences in music. So that's why I definitely want to make sure people know, hey, he's from Detroit. This is Detroit's born and bred. And how would you describe your style of music and what makes your production stand out?
My style of music, everybody always say, Doug, man, your music sound like some West Coast music. And I always have to let people know,
really?
It sounds like West Coast because West Coast is damn near Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Oakland is our cousin.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the Parliament, Funkadelics, a lot of the Marvin Gayes and the Bootsy Collins. It was more of a Midwest thing. So that's always was played in my household as a kid growing up. So I always heard that funk music. The name DUBMuzik, it came from the production because, like I said, I used to rap back in the days, but I also was good with the beats. So they just called me Double Edge Music because I was sharp on both ends. I could rap and I could make beats.
So when you say good with the music, you talking about beatboxing? You talking about lunchroom table with the hands, pencils? What we talking here?
I was always nice with the hands on the table.
Got you.
Beatboxing, I was always the one that was like, Doug, give me a beat.
Okay. You was the go-to guy for the beats then, and you the go-to guy for the beats now. That's what's up. All right. And then some of your early music influences, you mentioned Parliament Funkadelic, you mentioned some other things. Talk about some of those other artists early on who kind of inspired you or you took some things from to say, you know what, I can add this in or add that in based on what this person is showing.
Like I said, around 19, I met an artist by the name of Dave McMurray. He was a jazz artist, and at the time he was signed with Warner Brothers. And the style of music that I was doing was a little bit ahead of my time at that time. So he kind of like recruited me, took me under his wing, and had me do some production work and vocal work on this album because still at that time I was still rapping.
Okay.
And
what age is this?
Man, I had to be around 19.
Okay.
19,
so you
20.
was just turning that corner into
Yeah, I was
adulthood.
just going into
Gotcha.
that my adulthood. And he picked me up and got me featured on this album. And from there, you know, shoot, he took me around the world after that. So I got a chance to experience and travel and tour.
Mm-hmm. No, that's dope, man. That's nice that you were able to experience some of those things early on, whereas a lot of guys, you know, they kind of get stuck in one mode, and it's just like, I hope that this works.
Man.
You were able to spread your wings early thanks to your mentor,
yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I love hearing stuff like that. And as far as your personal catalog, you have the album No Parachute. When did that album come out?
That was my first official project that I released back in January of 2018. And man, that was like one of the best projects at the time that I could put out at that time, because it was my very first. It's like I had never dropped anything.
Not even a mixtape?
Not even a mixtape. And I had groups that I used to work with that I produced here and there, but I had to sit back and say, I need to put something out that's going to say, this is Dub.
Right.
This is DUBMuzik. And I ended up dropping a No Parachute mixtape, and it was a dope project. It did real good. I got a lot of love off of that project.
Almost definitely, yeah. And talk about some of the people you worked with for that project, or some of the producers you brought in.
Okay.
And then some of the artists as well.
Well, I had my production partner by the name of Laidback 313. He came in and helped me produce majority of the project. And then I had my homeboy, Lil David Ruffin. He came in and helped me do a lot of the writing.
Time. You can't gloss over that. You said Lil David Ruffin. We talking about Little David Ruffin? Well, son of all-time great.
Well, we're not talking about that Little David Ruffin, but we talking about my man, Real to Real.
Okay.
Ruffin.
I just wanted to make sure we was clear. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of musical genius up in the room, man.
Everybody always asks me, like, man, you mean little, like the legendary? Well, now you're not the legendary Lil David Ruffin, but that's his stage name. He runs by that name.
Got you. Okay.
But that's my man. He came in and helped me with a lot of the writing and putting together the sequencing of the mixtape. And then as far as with artists, man, I was blessed to have people like Royce the 5'9", Obi Trice, Swift and McVeigh, my man Lazarus.
Yep.
The legendary Boss. They showed me some love, and they came in and helped me put this project together.
And spit something down on it. So are you pulling one of the moves like, okay, I'm a Metro Boomin this album and produce it all and bring in artists, or do you actually spit on here?
Yeah, I'm a DJ Cali.
Okay. No, I ain't mad at that. And I like that, because a lot of times guys feel like, producers may feel like, when I put my project out, they got to hear my voice all over.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes a real man to say, you know what? I'm going to put y'all in the front, but I'm going to set the backdrop and the scene.
I'm going to set the foundation and the canvas, and I'm going to let y'all come and do the footwork and, you know, do the artwork and get y'all creative flow. You know, let y'all do your thing.
Got you.
And I got on here, and I also got on here, did a joint. I got a joint that I did.
Shit, what's the name of that joint?
It's called Too Many Needs.
Too Many Needs. Okay. We might have to dive into that, because I definitely got to hear the bars from DUBMuzik. That's for damn sure. All right. Yeah. And then I know for that project, you mentioned some of the artists you've worked with. Who are some of the other artists you've worked with outside of just that project?
Outside of that project, man, like I said, I had the opportunity to work with my man's Spice One. I had him in the studio with Obi Trice. We did some work on this project. I just did some work with the up-and-coming artist Bodie James. Shout out to Bodie. He just did the deal with Griselda.
I just saw that. Literally before I came in, I was like, damn, Bodie James on Griselda now?
That's my man.
That's what's up. Shout out Bodie, man. Doing your thing.
I also had a chance to work with my man Jay Nutty from Rock Bottom. He just dropped his project back in May.
Wait until Jay Nutty get out.
And he's out. He going ham.
Okay.
So he got the album Irrelevant that's out right now.
Okay.
That's doing some numbers right now. And he got some dope features on there. So I had a chance to even work with some of those people like Calico and Helliver, Blackface.
So we talking Detroit legends here. For the people who may not know this. All these names, people he's talking about, these are legendary spitters, producers, and personalities in Detroit, from Detroit, and have done it on the national stage. So by all means, brother, congratulations, because you are definitely doing your thing. Let me ask you, since we're talking about Detroit artists, does Detroit have a signature regional sound? You know, they say the West Coast has a sound. Atlanta. What is our sound here in Detroit?
Man, we do have a sound. Our sound is more of It's hard to describe it, but we do have our sound. We do have a sound, and we had always had a sound. But I can't really never you can't really put your finger on a Detroit sound.
That's so funny.
Because Detroit has always been a versatile. We got the backpack scene here. We got the street scene here. We got the hip hop scene here. So it's like Detroit has always been versatile. But I will say like the cats like the Sada Babies and the T Grizzlies and the 42 Doves and the Cash Out Doughboys definitely got a sound that identifies with Detroit.
Gotcha.
So when you hear those cats, you be like, okay,
that's Detroit.
That's the D.
Okay.
Yeah.
And shout out to all those dudes, man. Y'all out here doing y'all thing. So especially 42. I seen him on the top 10 charts. I was like, we out here now, baby.
Yeah. I'm proud of the D, man. It's like we finally broke through. You know, we had always been trying to get and claim our spot. But I think we got it now.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta
unify
and keep it.
One thing I always say is every region kind of has that moment where they own the game.
Right.
Houston had a moment where they owned the game. Everybody that came out from there was shit. You know, New York has had multiple moments.
Yeah.
Atlanta's had like a 20-year moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Detroit has really never had that moment where it was the whole city. We've had it where M was the biggest act and he had D12.
Yeah.
Or, Big Sean is a big act. But we never had it where it's like everybody that's coming out from here is snapping.
That's
you
crazy.
Think that's coming?
That's crazy because, like, when you look at Detroit now, we got, like, it used to be like you said, like, you could count on one hand how many people that were signed. Now, we got more signed artists here in the D in 2020 than we ever had in a long time. And
I agree.
That's a good look, man.
Yeah, I agree. So shout out to all the artists from the D, man, doing your thing. Please keep pushing, dog. I want us to have that official moment where can't nobody deny that Detroit is running the rap game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keep pushing for all those artists. Production details. I want to get into some of the intricacies of your production styles and the way you make beats. So I know you've worked with a lot of different people who have a lot of different styles. You may have some super lyrical, Royce the 5'9". You might have somebody else like, Bizarre, who's going to be more on the comical side.
Yeah, which was crazy because that's my cousin.
I mean, there you go. So you already know how he coming in the studio away.
So being around cats like that, man, your production got to be crazy, man. Because when you got talent like that and from different angles and stuff, you got spitters and comical and, personalities and stuff like that. You definitely got to be extra incredible when it comes to production work. So yeah.
So what do you start with when you're crafting a beat?
Well, my crafting of a beat always consists of my main ingredients. Got to have a nice kick, dope snare, chorus, and bass line.
Okay.
That's the perfect recipe for a DUBMuzik track.
There we go.
Once you got that, man, it's time for some bars.
Yeah. Okay. And does it depend on the artists themselves or the song content? It's just like every song I'm gonna start with that and then build from there.
Well, every song don't start like that. Sometimes I could think of an artist like, dang, I want to do a joint for this person. Me and my partner, we got this thing what we call we target certain artists. So we'll be like, what would Wiz Khalifa rap on? Let's do something like this.
That's hard.
Or what would Snoop rap on? Let's do something like this. What would Ghostface Killer rap on? Let's do something like this. Okay, what would Redman and Method Man rap on?
No, I like that idea.
It kind of help you get out the box and stay out of the pocket of doing the norm. It makes you reach. I agree. Reach for what you're working for.
I agree. And for you young producers that may be tuning in or anybody who may know young producers, he's giving away free game. You really ain't Pete. Okay, he's giving away free game here. So, and we also later gonna get into some of the tips and tricks and some of the advice for some aspiring up and coming producers. But right quick, I want to see some of the magic, man. I mean, I've heard the beats, I've seen you working on beats, but I want you to kind of break down one of your beats that you have and show us how you kind of built that and all the different components of that.
Man, I would have to go into this Pro Tools over here and pick up some stuff. But what I'm gonna do is I can definitely pull up some stuff and let y'all get an ear of some of the joints. Might not be able to break nothing down in Pro Tools because we running as far as with our vocals over here. But I can play some joints.
Yeah, play me some.
I'm gonna play one of the joints that my man just worked on. I did for my man Rob Dan.
Okay. Shout out Rob Dan.
Cash Vote.
Cash Vote. Okay.
Alright, so he wanted to listen to the Cloudy Diamonds. Yeah, I gotta find that for you right quick. But yeah,
And some talk about as you're looking for it, what are some of the tips and tricks that you would give to up and coming producers or guys who are looking to get into production? You know, in terms of you know, how to make your 808s hit harder, or maybe doubling up on snares, shit like that.
Man, basically with that, man, is I was always told that when you're working on production, you want to make sure you like they say that your work is clean. So it's almost like prepping when you're cooking food. You know, you want to make sure you clean the chicken. You know, season it up real good. You know, make sure the grease is nice and hot. Go ahead and throw it in that flour. You know, get it nice and cover it. Then slap it in that grease, man, and man, you got the recipe for a dope beat.
Yeah, you know? I agree. Yeah, you gotta prepare, man. You know, I've looked at I've never been into like making music, but I've always been a music junkie in terms of how I consume music. Right. And I remember looking into some of the online videos about with producers breaking down their beats. And then I come in here not too long after that, and I think this might have been the first time I visited the studio, and I see you busting open a beat. I'm like, I can sit here and watch this all day. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to jump into some of the intricacies of how you produce and what you have included in your ingredients. What do you have upcoming? What are some upcoming projects or collaborations that you're working with?
Well, the project that I'm working on now is my full-length album, which we call Hypnosis.
Now, you said album, not a mixtape.
Not a mixtape.
Gotcha.
I'm about to drop my first official album called Hypnosis. And I got a lot of guest appearances that's going to be on there. I don't want to give out no names yet.
Oh, I was about to say, let me get that exclusive, baby.
I got to hold it out.
Give us one. Give us one that we, you know, somebody maybe that you know for sure is on the track. Or
man, I can't really think of no people that. Okay. I got a lot of people locked in, but until I go in far as with the cutting of the vocals and everything, I got a lot of production work done.
Got you.
But I haven't gotten to the recording of the vocals and getting the artists in due to COVID-19, and it kind of like
this changes a lot.
Yeah, it shut everything down, so it kind of pushed everything back. But now that we back up and running, I got some people, man. Y'all just got to keep y'all ears open.
You got a release date, or what should we be looking out for?
At least by the fall. I'm trying to have something before it get cold out. So
got you.
I want to have something that's going to get us through the winter.
So this is hoodie music. Out. Yeah. This is Timbo with the hoodie. Yeah. Carhartt jacket music. Yeah. Okay.
Something that you can vibe to. Hypnosis. You know, put you in a trance, get your mind off
the world for
a minute. You know?
I totally agree. My brother. I appreciate this, man. This is valuable information, and we're definitely gonna be looking out for those up and coming projects. I got a couple quick ones I want to run by you. I thought these might be fun, and I wanted to hear your opinion on it. Okay. If we did a Detroit version of Versus, what producer from Detroit would you want to match up against?
Whew, man. As far as with production,
beat for beat.
Beat for beat.
Who do you think would be a good matchup for DUBMuzik? Or do you think it's no competition?
It's a lot of competition because we got some crazy producers here in the D.
I thought you was gonna get on your like, nang, ain't nobody fucking with.
Oh man, I
like that.
That's one thing I will say about the producers here in Detroit is we're more like the gatekeepers. So it's like, man, if you can find a dope producer, man, it's like finding heaven. It's like finding a pot of gold. Yeah. But I think that one of the producers I would say would be a good to go beat for beat would be my man Nick Speed.
Nick Speed?
Nick Speed is dope.
Okay. So when Nick Speed hear this,
you
know he gonna be digging through the crates like, let me get my 20 ready because Dub calling me out.
Because Nick Speed got records. He got some records.
What's a record that the people might know from, or at least Detroit might know? Let's put it like that.
Man, he just did a nice little album with my man 7 the General. Okay. Which they made it into the Science Center. The what is it? The DIA Center.
Oh, I know. Okay, yeah.
They just did that project, and man, they got so many records on there, man. That's incredible. So
dope. And I would love to see.
One of my favorite producers, man. I look up to Nick. Nick got a nice catalog, and I just want my catalog to bang with his catalog. That'd be dope.
That's real of you to be able to not only say, yo, he's got dope music, but I'm a fan of him.
Oh yeah, man.
A lot of dudes who've already experienced success in this game wouldn't give it up to somebody, especially in their own city. You know how I be sometimes. So I appreciate that you was willing to be humble and be like, I love this nigga music, period.
I love his music. And that's not the only producer from Detroit. Even you want to go into the band, let's go into some Helliver. Let's go into some Ant Banks. Let me see. Signals.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Porter.
Yes, sir.
It's like it's a lot of legendary producers here, man.
Yeah, we got some beat makers for sure.
Yeah, we got some heat. So yeah, it's some producers here.
All right. Bucket list beat. Who would you like to get on a track, dead or alive? It can be any combination of artists. You can pick 3.
Oh man, 3. See, I'm still old school, so I would want to hear DJ Quick, Scarface, and probably Swifty McVeigh.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like that combo. I can hear that.
Yeah,
I can hear that.
It's smooth, then grimy, and then psychotic.
Yeah. But all with good flow. All with good lyrics.
And good beats.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a perfect combination. That's like a gumbo pot mix right there.
Most definitely. And the crazy thing is, I said dead or alive. You picked 3 dudes that's still alive. So that's nothing is impossible, my brother.
Nothing is impossible, and that can happen.
Nothing is impossible. All right, last question before we get up out of here. Excluding mainstream artists, who is the best rapper in Detroit's history? Who would you say is Detroit's ghost? Now we're excluding anybody that blew up mainstream.
Okay, in Detroit, that got some bars. That's very underrated. That don't get the props they should get, but the boy is cold. Stretch Money.
Oh, Stretch. Shout out the boy Stretch Money, man.
That boy got a vocabulary that's incredible, man.
Yes, sir. I remember Stretch Money back when I was in college and a little bit before. Yeah, Stretch.
A lot of people sleep on Stretch, but Stretch got bars.
Yeah. Boy is nice.
I put my money on Stretch.
Yeah, he dumb nice. He that kind of nice where almost every verse gonna make you scrunch the face up like, he's going on this bitch. So them kind of rappers is on a different level.
Yes.
All right, well, Dub, I appreciate you for joining us, man.
I
here on your favorite podcast. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, but I want to say thank you once again, and then we'll be willing to come back and when you do the new album,
yes, sir.
We're gonna be willing to come back and sit down. Maybe we can hear a couple joints off of it.
Bet, let's do it.
All right, appreciate you.
We can do that.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you.